Sam's going to fly it out for you when you're all ready.
I think the problem I'm going to have is I can only bring this bar this close to me.
Okay, now again, this is where you're going to attach it. Do you think you can still attach the bar at that point?
Well, I don't have to go very far, Bruce. Over.
Okay. I think
Houston have TV, over.
Yeah, Endeavor, Houston for EVA, we've got you live downlink.
Okay, tell us how this looks, our orientation and stuff. Does this look like how they did in the wet-up, over?
I'll tell you, if I didn't know where you guys were, I'd say it's pretty close.
okay, and Houston from Endeavor, the position that we had digitals-wise was quite a bit off from what we're looking at here. We just flew this visually to where it's a nice level position. That's how we got here. Over.
Yeah, and Bruce, I don't doubt that it required some tweaking in there, but positioning looks pretty good.
Hey, Rick, you want to put it down, over? Hey, Bruce, I guess you can take me back to the grass position, over.
Roger, on your way.
Mission Specialist Bruce Melnick now maneuvering Pierre Thuet back to the Intelsat grab position.
Back and have our arms in some so that we got some extension, over.
Endeavour passing from southwest to northeast, tracking just off the coast of Australia.
I feel like it's about over my knees right now. Where is it to you, Pierre and Tom, over? About the same, over. Maybe a little bit more towards my feet, over. Looks left on me, but I think that's due to the cant of it right now.
Rick, how's that look 4.5? I can't see anything in the Q camera.
You are needs to come a little bit more forward. Arm wouldn't be able to reach you as yet, I don't believe. Over.
Okay.
Correct, over.
I'm going to stop the closure here and, you guys ready?
We're ready, I think. Position, over. Ready, over. That's far enough forward, I would say, over. Pretty far away from me, over.
Yeah, stand by.
You may be leaning too far, guys.
It's, as you indicated, it's got some wobble, and I'm trying to average that out with the fly around right here.
Judging by the fact that it looks too far away to all of us, I think we need to have our legs a little straighter. As it gets closer, it's going to get bigger, so maybe it will be over us, over.
I'm raising you up a little here to match your foot height in.
Okay, over.
It's close. I feel like you're looking straight between Tom and Rick, Pierre, over. Thank you very much.
I think so. Can you see what we're grabbing, over? We're 180 out right now, over. That foil, silver foil is what they don't want us to touch, over.
Are we down east? Okay, I'm going to... Yep. Back to street. it's coming down a little bit. You guys ready?
Yes, sir. Over.
Got a little bit of closure. I'm just going to leave it coming.
It looks like it's too far away from me, Dan, in elevation. Over.
Well, there's some wobble to it.
We'll probably come back before he gets there. Over.
Mission Specialist Rick Heeb on the left, Tom Akers in the center with his back to the camera, and Pierre Thuet on the robot arm in position for the capture of the Intelsat satellite as Dan Brandenstein slowly brings Endeavour in.
Yeah, I can always move Pierre. Okay, now we'll see if the wobbles out here.
So we've got a full 360 to go. Over.
Okay. Well, let's just hold it right here and see what happens.
I'll be at the length of my reach. Right here, Dan. Over.
Okay.
Beth, you may have to talk to me about this capture bar if it does this.
Okay, and another thing we can think about too is if we keep this constant cone on here, we can have Rick and Tom catch the low side, and I can raise Pierre up to grab the higher side. What do you think?
Good idea.
Oh boy. I wish I wasn't wobbling from 1D2.
Came straight down. I could reach it here. How about you, Tom? If it was tilted down to me, I could, yeah. Over.
I agree. If we have to.
Looks to me like it's tilted quite a bit to the XY plane.
Stand by.
Ship coding here. Over your guys' heads now, over.
Tom, how's that relative to you? Does that come your way a little bit?
Yes, I think so. About a foot. Which that means I'm going to need to move in, over.
Roger. Say when.
Pretty good, over.
Now it's wobbling the other way. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay, how's 4.5 look? I have a pretty poor...
Needs to go forward some, Dan. I'm not way now. Over.
Pardon?
Feet forward, over.
Okay, it'll be coming. Just be patient. Nothing happens fast in this business. What's going to freeze?
We're about 180 out right now, if we get it on this round, over.
Carry 2. Leveling out a little bit, looks like.
That's your straight across from you, Rick, over.
Still got to come your way, Tom?
Roger, over.
Gotta go Pierre? Well, no, it looks pretty good right now.
It needs to still go forward, Dan, over.
Okay. Pierre, you need to come more forward?
Well, right now it's too high, but we'll just see how it comes. I probably do need to go the other side. With the coning, it may just come right back to Tom. Over.
It may. I guess all we can do is kind of sit here and wait for the right opportunity. And because I've tried to fly it out a couple times, and you just can't fly out the coning.
Haven't got anything else on my dance card. Over.
Rick, is that capture bar where it's not snagged on anything?
Yeah, it's not great. Thanks for the call. Although I'm not sure I'm going to be able to control it any better than this.
Much. They had some Velcro on his leg. He could have stuck that in to just...
Not for any sharp edges, guys.
That was the silver material. The nickel foil is the sharp edge. Right that way a little bit. Okay, how's 4.5 look? Pretty good?
Commander Dan Brandenstein manipulating the spacecraft Endeavour under the satellite as the two spacecraft circle the Earth at 17,500 miles per hour.
I don't think we'll be able to tell. Okay.
So whatever you put it in very gradually.
I think they said 5 pounds, Tom, in 1 second or something. About the coning. I think the 4 amp is real good.
Far from me right now, over. I'll move you forward, Pierre.
Not yet, because too far forward to Tom too, but it's pitched right now. Over. I think it's going to be good for me, Rick.
How about you give a hack when one of the racks goes in front of you? It looks to me like Pierre's not going to have a rack in front of him when it goes by the rest of you.
In the center of me. Okay, and I could reach mine, but it's not centered.
So Pierre's not going to be able to grab his.
Need to go left then, Bruce.
I'm moving you. Let's get another hack next time.
I think we can handle ours, Rick.
Coming towards you, Tom?
Nope, it looks stable, Dan.
Okay.
It could come towards me at least 6 inches or so.
Point to the rack that you want to grab, the right one, the correct one.
Okay. That's over here is the one that Rick wants to grab, so mine is the next one coming up. Mine is the one between Tom and Rick.
Sally. Mark that, baby.
We're about 170 out right now. We open, Dan. We need to close again and X.
Yeah, it's just a wobble, I think, Tom.
Okay.
Because the same thing happened in translation. I mean, in the Y.
Roger.
I think the only thing to do is, rather than try and chase it, is to try and pick a middle of the road place and wait it out.
Hey.
Unless somebody else has a suggestion.
There's enough coning that I'm beginning to think that we should suggest we grab any set of 3 when it's flat. Over.
I definitely agree with that.
Roger.
Like that last pass would have been a good one. You know, it's about as flat as we're going to get it, but we would have been back. It'll be back, yeah. All I'm saying is that's the orientation. Okay, is that our game plan? Okay. It's flat and you got one in front of you. We go for it. Here, let me stop the closure on it a little bit. And the coning kind of throws me off on that a little bit, too. I don't think it's closing much. Actually, you're opening now. Yeah.
Another hack on position.
Yeah, I'm going to have to snuggle it down between you a little more again, I guess. I don't want to get it down too close because that wobble is probably more than you guys can compensate for by bending back and forth.
Well, we can go quite a ways. Did you grab it there, Rick? Sure, we're down. Okay. It's out of my reach on the right now.
Okay,
over here.
Coming towards you.
Hey, well, Tom and I are about the same then, still. I think mine went by at the same time Tom did. Pierre and I are matched up perfectly. It's going to be to the left of you, Rick. Is this our target coming right now?
No.
I mean, it's looking flat. I think this is the one we should go for. I think this is it, guys.
Keep here. Not yet. I got a closure. I got to put a braking in one before they grab, right before they reach.
You guys will need to be quiet for Rick. I think we need to slide off a little bit, Dan, if you can do it. Can you reach Tom, Mark? Okay, I can touch it with my left hand now. Ready? Hey, Rick. Ready?
Too far out of my reach.
You're going to have to go quicker.
Okay, I'll back it up just a little bit. I was going to ask Bruce to raise me up, but it was too late. Well, but next time, I
Rick, it was going out of my reach on the right when Peppy aborted. Bruce, could you see that I need to go up?
Negative.
Can you see my hand if I go like that?
Yes.
Palm up is up, palm down is down.
I remember the other day, same thing. Oh, yeah, it's going to work.
And Endeavor, Houston, it's got about a 3.5 minute period, so we think it'll be in the same spot here in about 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Angle, Roger. I'll be down before QD. Okay, get these new ones.
Rick, could you have grabbed it on your second ready? Yes. Hey, don't let it go past that point, okay?
And Pierre, where do you need to be so you could have been ready when they were?
I could have been ready on Rick's second ready.
It was just too high.
It was climbing on me.
Roger. Okay.
Endeavor on the 96th orbit approaching the Hawaiian Islands from the southwest. The crew awaiting now just the leveling out of the satellite as it rotates at 0.24 or 0.2 of a revolution per minute. The wobbling rate period is about predicted at about 3.5 minutes at this point, and the crew's just simply waiting for it to come around one more time.
You guys having fun yet?
Shame we aren't appreciating this view going by. Over. I think we just went over Indonesia again.
What's the delay we get?
Lots, I believe. Over. Okay, it's going to be centered over me. Mark.
My left about a foot over.
My left about 8 inches over.
It was too far away from me. Looks like it's flattening out, so I'm putting a little closure on, so the next one around, hopefully it'll...
Stand to grab what's in the center of Peppy and a little to the right of me and left of you, Rick. Over. This is the one. Hey, Bruce, stand by for some commands. That'll be in. Up, down. I'll go like this for in. Roger. Okay, gentle on the inputs, okay?
Yeah, real easy, guys. Real easy.
Don't bring us any closer, Dan.
Okay, I'm stopping it.
Looking perfect to me. Over. I'm afraid it's going to rise out of my reach, but we'll see. Over. I can get it. Can you get yours, Tom? I can get mine. Okay. Wait. Let's do it. Got it.
Easy. Give it some time. Give it time. All got a good grip?
Yes, sir.
Houston, I think we got a satellite.
Yeah, we're watching down here. We got a lot of smiles down here, Dan.
It ain't over yet.
Yeah, nice job, guys.
Okay, now just... Just center it up good on you guys. Hold it for a little while and get the feel of it. We're in no rush.
Eventually here, I'd like to lower my side and Tom, I guess you'd like to raise yours. Is that a firm? I'm really in a bind here holding my knees down so straight up, but I can do it for a while. Well, why don't you go ahead and what do you want to do? It wants to go up for me, Rick, to make me comfortable. Why don't you be the first to make a slow move? Can you all go up with it a little bit? Come down to us, and that's probably good. Is that good for you, Pierre? Good to where I am, so I can do whatever you guys want.
Pierre's flexible. We can move him down a little bit if that has to be done. Get earlier rates to go. Yep.
Why don't you guys talk to us from in there to put it in the XY plane? Because we're all pretty close to that on our own, I think. So at least you can just keep the air to there.
Okay, Tom, from here it looks like you can ease up and I can pull Pierre down as you ease up. It looks like Rick's okay.
So it's pulling away from me a little bit.
Pulling away from you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring you up just a tad then.
So it's pulling away in X and Y, I mean. I can't see you, the sun's right in my eyes.
Okay, the payload right now is centered more towards Rick and it's tipping towards Rick. So you and Rick and Tom need to put some tension on your side.
Okay. It's pretty stable to me right now, over.
Okay, I think what will help us out is if Pierre, you hold tension and I start to very slowly bring you down, and that'll give Tom a chance to straighten his legs a little bit. He looks really cramped.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, I'm starting to come down.
You wanted to keep me in the same body position, keep it at my same body position.
If you're comfortable, yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, coming down now, very slow. How you doing, Tom?
Whatever you're doing is helping. Keep it up.
Okay.
Okay, I'm happy now, over.
Okay, let's continue with this. This looks good. This will stand the satellite up. Oh, you're pushing a little fast there, Rick. It looks like. Slow on. It's straightening up. Just be patient.
Believe it or not, I didn't push it there.
Okay, well, maybe you had a little slop in the fuel.
Let's let it settle out here.
Okay, I'm stopping. Yeah. Okay, now, our objective here is to get everybody comfortable with good reach and good knee position before we try and do anything else. And a nice steady satellite. We can do this stuff at night, so we got everything done we have to do in the daytime. You still look uncomfortable.
I'm okay.
Well, you may be there a while. Get comfortable.
What would it do to you guys if we raise the satellite up about 6 inches?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I bring Pierre down and you give a little push up, that'll actually extend, straighten the satellite up in the bay, and I think everyone will be more comfortable. Rick, I think you look like you're about where you want to be, right?
I'm pretty good for this part of the task, yes.
Roger.
Okay, well, I won't push. I'll just kind of hang on. You bring Pierre down.
Yeah, let me bring Pierre down while you're easing up. Here he comes. He's coming now.
Okay, and I can't see inside the satellite, so from my position.
Don't worry about it. We've got a good tally on you.
At just before 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 3 astronauts, Pierre Thuot, Rick Heeb, and Tom Akers, were successfully able to stop the rotation and grab the Intelsat spacecraft as the orbiter Endeavour, the 7 astronaut crew, and the Intelsat satellite passed just to the southwest of the Hawaiian Islands, traveling from southwest to northeast.
You can ease up a little bit more now.
Once they get the satellite in a stable configuration and a level configuration, the next step is to attach the specially designed capture bar, which has a grapple fixture for the robot arm attached to one end of it.
Rick, just that little bit of movement you did put a oscillation in the satellite.
How did you guys feel that as far as any kind of load that you could detect, over?
3 astronauts stabilizing a 9,000-pound satellite in the mid-body of the payload bay of Endeavour.
Z still coming down here, KT? Roger. Okay, but that was when we started. I raised Pierre to grab it. That's okay.
Are you moving me, Bruce?
Yes, I am. I'm bringing you down ever so slowly.
Let me know so I don't think the satellite's moving on me.
Roger. Satellite looks like you guys pretty well squared up. Okay. I'm taking out the input. That looks real good. Tom, you need a little more easing on your knees?
No, sir. I'm comfortable. Thanks.
Think for a long haul? Okay. Well, it looks real square and real stable. You guys probably wouldn't hurt to want to practice holding it some more or start using it into the next phase.
The next phase will be to rotate 1 notch to our left. Over.
That was our next question, okay?
That's a nickel foil.
And the trouble is, you got nickel foil right in front of Tom, but it's going to be going away from Pierre. Your hands are, you've got that whole rack of yours is covered with foil.
Okay, well, maybe I can, Houston Endeavour, can I use the bottom of the solar array to just kind of solar drum to easily hold on to this thing?
Or what's the hazard on the foil? Is it sharpened?
Endeavour Houston for Pierre. Let me get some words on the foil, but I think that that you're going to still be able to go ahead and use the aft sun shield, but let me get some confirmation on that.
Okay. The foil doesn't look like, it looks like tin foil to me. Doesn't look like it's got any sharp edges over it.
Okay, and the forces y'all should be imparting, it shouldn't be enough to even scratch your gloves, I would estimate.
And Endeavour Houston, those are the same words we were hearing down here yesterday, that that even if it drags across a glove, it's not going to cause any punctures or any danger like that, but let me just confirm it.
Okay, so let's talk about how we're going to do this, Rick. What's your plan? Just a very, very slow rotation. Try to make it absolutely only in Y. Why don't we have only one person put the force in? So we do it that way and the others just kind of hold? Kind of fend off?
My recommendation would be kind of like you, hand, from hand to hand, and then on Rick's call, and just, take a 6-inch grab and ease whichever way you want to go, re-grab, ease, kind of a call like that, and just kind of walking around. That way you are all carrying the same type forces. Don't you think that'd probably work better?
Why don't we try that for about a one-hand, let's talk about how far we're going to move in each step. About, what do you want to do? Is 12 inches comfortable?
Hey, Rick, before you do that, do you think it's worth the while to go ahead and let go with one hand and grab that lip that you're going to be passing on to get a good feel for what you're going to have to move it with? Maybe even do that with each hand one at a time.
Yeah, I've done that already, Bruce, EV2.
And Endeavour Houston for Pierre. Roger, Pierre, we've heard from the customer that you are cleared to use the light shield instead of the solar panel. We'd prefer that you use the light shield. Again, we think the risk with the nickel foil is minimal.
Okay, I copy, and right now, guys, the sun, when I bend down, is in my eyes, so I don't know if we want to wait a few minutes or... We'll have to wait till nighttime, I think. We're probably going to kind of hold this attitude.
13 minutes till sunset.
It already moved to my left a little bit.
Okay, it's tilted towards Rick.
So we want Tom and I to pull down and Rick to raise up.
That's Rick's call.
Well, why don't we just leave it alone then, unless it's moving? Okay.
And Endeavour Houston, lighting conditions that you're seeing that right now will be with you until sunset.
Okay. Well, it actually looks like the light shield is protecting me now, so it's like the sun's moved a bit.
Well, the only downside of waiting until
dawn. We can go ahead and move it around now, can't we? I'd like to try that.
I think that would be a good thing to do the rotation in sunlight so we can see any attitude changes better.
Good idea. Okay. Okay, on my mark, we'll go about 12 inches to our right. Ready, ready, slowly.
This way now, stop. Rotate it towards Rick.
To your left.
Whoa. Don't all talk at once.
Okay, rotate the satellite ever so slowly towards your left. Mark.
Guys, I've got a real good gouge on the tail here for XY plane of this thing, so I can tell if it's pitching real easy. We'll be looking at for your call, Tom. Roger.
Are you guys happy to kind of keep this motion in?
Except I'm running out of something to hold on to here, but...
Running out of motor?
Yeah, but we're going to run out of motor, all of us. Use this little lip under here. Light shield, yeah. Hey, you want to keep going?
I'd like to keep going, I think.
Stepping back in, sitting down. Easy. I'll stop it.
Crew members slowly rotating the Intelsat into the position to attach the capture bar to the underside of the satellite.
All the fluid dampening.
Try to keep your feet still, Pierre. I moved my hand and it came towards me. That's the unstable point there. The arm's got so much flex in it. Yeah. So you got to be smoother than everybody else. Put that tough, right, Pierre? Let's not get going too fast. I just got my hand on the light. Hey, Tom, and you're leaning a little left. I don't know if you're doing that on purpose or not. Don't want you to run out of travel there. Okay, thanks. Yeah, you guys are looking real good, real good. Happy your end's coming up back there. Chip my hand, it goes up. Work on our overs and don't step on each other.
Let's see, if it's going up for you, that must mean Tom and I are pulling down a little bit. I'll try and make sure I don't. Over.
Eyes over. Looks to me like it's raising up on Tom's end. Direction.
Okay, again, Bruce, over.
It was getting a positive pitch with respect to the orbiter moment there. Still is positive pitched a little bit. It's a little bit up on Tom's end, but okay. Yeah, Pierre's pulling. Maybe you're pulling down a little too much now. So we raise her up a little bit. Okay, yeah. Better? Yeah, that's good. Make sure y'all don't run out of reach. If you get close, give us the other guy a 4-inch notice so you have some reach left before you start running out. Start to tip towards Rick. Easy now. Set. It's pitching towards Rick. Pierre, you need to pull down a little bit with your left hand and Tom a little bit with your right. Okay? How's that? Good one. Yeah, Tom, you're the only guy left with a motor there. Everyone else is off their motor. That might be what's holding it up.
My motor's long gone. That explains a little why Tom's leaning to his left.
It does. Okay, and I think that'll get our pitching moment out of it.
Hey, good call. Over. Just don't want to give you that motor, do you?
I'll tell you how far to the right it was when I grabbed it. Over. Okay, it's still tipped a little towards Rick, but it doesn't look like any problem. But y'all can still put a little correction in, like I was saying before. Tom, right arm down. Pierre, left arm down. Very slight.
The satellite is beginning to feel to me like it's moved away from me, and why?
Probably is. I can help you get it back towards you.
I think when Tom brings this side around, kind of catches up, it'll do that.
So I'll just keep it in front of me then.
Why don't we kind of hold here?
Okay.
Let's hold for a second and talk. Right now, motor Pierre had is 180 across from me. Where's the one that Tom had, Pierre?
Right across from me, 180 from me.
And how about you, Tom?
Well, I don't know. Well, it's right next to Tom's left hand there, almost over. I can't see. Now, the one that was next to Pierre looks to from here to be about halfway between. Okay, well, anyway, the one that you're looking at that Tom should be seeing is halfway between Rick and Pierre.
Okay, so Tom, you be the only guy to move for a little while. Just slowly slide your side to even this up a little bit. And that'll bring it towards me, which I need. Over.
It's hot.
Feels good. Over. Let us know when you think the one Tom had is about halfway between he and I. Over.
Still got a ways to go. I can't see it very well. Have to kind of duck down to see it, and I'm afraid I might put some loads in here. I can see it now. It looks like Tom probably has to take another bite, and everybody else stay where they are. I agree.
Endeavour now passing directly overhead the Baja Peninsula, the west coast of the Baja Peninsula, as the 3 crew members in the payload bay continue to stabilize the Intelsat satellite in preparation for the capture bar installation.
Okay, it's trying to pitch away from me as Tom does that, so Tom and Pierre need to lift a little on the other side. And I think we're starting to see a little bit of what Chili was talking about in terms of it trying to walk away because we're resisting. Would it be comfortable for you guys to bring it down several inches?
Lay down. Okay, you have to stay over, and then when you're going to bring it down, let's do it just like you did before. You know, ready, start down, or something like that, Rick.
Happy. Let me make sure first that everybody is comfortable with doing that. Over.
Okay, I'm ready, over.
Okay, ready, slowly, over. And how about if the cockpit tells us if we're keeping it even, over?
How low do you want to go, over?
I'm comfortable here, over. Ready to start stopping everyone? Question? Over. Okay, let's hold it there. Over, ready, stop.
It looks like y'all are halfway there in rotation.
Okay, can we all take a bite? Ready, start rotation.
Tipping towards Rick. It's got a little bit of a moment going. Tom, you need to pull down right, Pierre left. Very slowly, though. You've got a faster rotation this time than you did last time. So I'm going to start taking out now. Still tipping slightly towards Rick. Looks like you're ready for another bite. Then towards Rick again. Not too fast. Towards Rick.
Why don't we hold what we've got here, ready, mark.
And Tom, the distance between you and Rick is, you seem to be hedging over towards him to take a bite, and you're right a little bit, and that'll kind of equal your positions out, okay?
Let's get it good and stable again here before we start anything else, over.
Good idea. I feel like I'm having to pull down with my left hand.
But I feel like I have to pull down with my left hand.
Well, Tom?
Well, I think that's natural because I'm pulling down also. I think for some reason it's trying to go up.
So it looks fairly level. If anything, it's still just tipping a little bit towards Rick.
Are we ready to start a rotation? Question, over.
Ready, over.
Ready, over. Okay, let's go. Ready, start.
Tipping towards Rick. We just have to keep pulling down on it a little bit all the time, Peppy, I guess.
I see my motor just at the edge of the tangent.
You guys are doing great. You're getting there. We're approaching night. Not to worry. There's plenty of light in the payload bay.
Oh, there's half of them anyway.
Endeavour crossing Tampico, Mexico, high above the Gulf of Mexico, preparing to pass directly over the Yucatan Peninsula as the orbiter prepares to pass from daylight into darkness.
STP here pretty soon. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, yours is coming there too, Tom, over.
The interesting thing, those sun shields aren't supposed to be grabbed, and there's a whole bunch of fingerprints on them already. I've been here before you guys.
All in it too before we ever found it.
Yeah, I see one coming by here right now.
Starting to come towards me and Y. Okay. Let's see, what can we do about that? Here. So you've got your hand on your motor already. Okay.
Oh, don't lean down, Pierre. You're to pitch up.
Okay, Tom and I guess need to just keep coming.
Stop the air. Over. Again, Tom, over.
So we need to keep coming. It was centered on you when you caught it, right? Over.
That's affirmative, over. looks from here that when Pierre has the motor centered in front of him, Rick's going to be pretty close. Tom's the only one that's going to be out, so it's going to have to translate a little bit towards Rick.
Okay. I guess I need to stop it. To put the capture bar on.
Is that where you need to stop?
Tell me if I'm right, Pierre.
Be careful, you're putting a pitch right at it.
Just let it damp out here. It's down on Pierre's and my side, isn't it, Bruce?
It is.
Let's straighten it up a little. Side down. Well, I'll tell you what, I can't ease it down or I won't be able to see under.
I think we need to move it towards Rick, Tom, so he can bend over.
So I can lean back.
We can, whatever we need here. That's a pretty good rate you got on it there going now.
Let's let Tom get his motor before we do any wide.
I'm just going to hold it right in front of me. Hey, Rick, the notch that the left beam extension has to go in is just outside of your left hand now?
Well, the beam doesn't go in a notch on this guy, but the beam needs to be lined up directly with my motor. Notch is on the stocking adapter.
Rick, if you keep your end down and Tom gets his motor, you'll naturally just have to lean back, over.
It's pitching down in the back. Pick up just a touch, but that's good, over. Okay, we're going to come on around a little more now, Rick. Over. You're the only guy left that needs to make a move, I think, over.
What I would recommend here maybe is, Rick, you lean back a little bit and it actually translates a little bit.
You're standing straight up, Rick, from where I'll lean back with it.
Here, if I have to move you, let me know. I'm going to try to keep it right where it is on me, and I'll let it rotate about my hand. Over. It's looking real good.
Pierre, do we want to move it, your motor, to your right so that you'll be closer to the attach point? Over.
Bruce is going to have to move me, but that's after you get in position to get the bar up. I think they want Rick to pick up the bar with one hand before we ever move you anywhere, Pierre, to make sure we still have a three-point table there while he's trying to one-hand that bar.
Okay, over. Okay, I'm coming around a little more.
It's starting to pull away from me some, over.
Okay.
You want to come towards the direction of rotation of the satellite, Pierre?
Okay, Pierre, pick up a little, Pierre.
Steven, Rick,
Go down a little if you can.
him, over.
Okay, I'm back on my motor. How do you look, Rick? Over. I'm in pretty good shape, over.
Tom, you're leaning left. If you straighten out, that motor should be almost in front of you. And how are you, Rick, or how are you, Pierre, over? Right in front of me, a little bit away from me, but that's okay right now, over.
How's that look, Bruce? Over.
Okay, you're straight up now, Tom, so if anything, you want to still rotate it just a little bit more. Bruce, if I'm going to hold this while Rick puts the bar on you, I'm probably going to need to be a little closer.
Well, let's think about this for a minute. I think we need to all have it in our right hand. Because I have to have mine in my right hand.
Here, I'm not talking about you staying there until he puts the bar on. I'm saying stay there until we at least get a feel for how much it's going to wobble when he starts to pick it up. If he can get it up and hold it and tend it with one hand, then, we can move you wherever you need to go.
Crew members Rick Heeb, Pierre Thuet, and Tom Akers about 3 hours and 19 minutes into their spacewalk, now about 30 minutes since they actually captured the Intelsat satellite just southwest of the Hawaiian Islands. The time of the actual grab and grapple of the satellite was just before 7 p.m. at 6:59 and 45 seconds as the orbiter Endeavour passed from southwest to northeast southwest of the Hawaiian Islands on orbit 95.
Wonderful. That's pretty visual here, Bruce. You're going to have to be the brain guy. Yeah, over here. Okay, how about if I sort of ease up on my grip, and let's see how you guys do with me just kind of watching it, trying not to hold it. Copy?
The spacewalking astronauts continue to rotate the satellite and put it in a proper position to install the capture bar, the specially designed capture bar attachment that attaches to the underside of the satellite.
Let's try to relax our hands a little bit here to see if it'll just stay here, over.
Endeavour and crew on the 96th orbit, about, again, the crew now 3 hours and 20 minutes into their spacewalk.
Satellite's tipping a little bit to the right. Tom, you're leaning left.
3 crew members very carefully rotating the satellite and stabilizing the spacecraft in order to prepare for their next step to install the capture bar. The plans for installation of that bar call for Rick Heeb to slowly rotate the bar up and attach the left beam extension to the latch ring, to the aft ring of the satellite, while Pierre Thuet and Tom Akers stabilize the spacecraft.
A little bit, Pierre, over.
Then Rick Heeb and Tom Akers will continue to stabilize it as Pierre Thuet then attaches the right beam latch to the aft ring.
You need it that high, don't you, Rick, over? Well, I probably either need it this high or I need...
We've lost the television coverage from Endeavour as the orbiter has passed out of range of one communications satellite and into range of another. The KU-band antenna dish antenna located on the forward bulkhead of the orbiter is presently in blockage and cannot see the satellite to send down television pictures.
Bring the capture bar up, what it looks like. Let's practice that. Just let go with one hand and first, over. I'm going to let go, but try and watch it. I don't start torquing on the satellite.
Yeah, again, it's leaning towards Rick and Pierre, Tom and Pierre.
We're at the, but when we pick up, it's going to go higher. Rick, you really need to pull down a little, over. Oh, not that much.